Hi. It's been about a month since I've last posted. I was finally able to do a full cycle of my chemo with 2 weeks of pills, not just one. So that's been good. It didn't feel that good. There's been like mild nausea and some like burpiness that could end up being vomiting, but mostly wasn't. There's like my legs cramp up, a lot of muscles cramp up. In fact, even now, on the last day of the cycle, it's hard to turn my neck fully either way. So just a lot of tension, my nervous system kind of reacting to the fact that it's being attacked on a cellular level. Like my eyes, I think, are deteriorating faster than they should. Like I have progressive lenses and I have to take my glasses off like I am right now, all the time. So the most, like the biggest side effect though has been fatigue. And it was quite significant, especially the last couple days of the pills and several days following that. And I really couldn't do much. And also, maybe a new version of fatigue, my legs were heavy during 3 of those days. So that was weird. Now, it was still May, so I still made it a priority to get out in the forest. It's beautiful out there. In fact, I'm going to go out there later this afternoon. However, while it wasn't that bad with chemo, unfortunately, my white blood cells are having a hard time, so I got a phone call today that I can't do my chemo starting tomorrow. I'm going to have to wait a week. That happens. It's not the end of the world. I happened also to ask about my liver counts, and they are down from last time, which is good. So my liver functionality is good and improving. I'd like to think about that, since it was the cancer in the liver that seemed to be the most aggressive, and then liver functionality would be one of the key factors in how long I live. So speaking of that, it's just been feeling a lot better since the CT scan in April, just feeling a little bit more spaciousness, thinking more in terms of like looking forward to the summer now, making plans to try to get to the cottage for the summer, that kind of thing. I've been writing, thinking maybe I'll finish this thing that I started writing. You never know. And if I don't, it's still been fun. Meanwhile, I've been blown away by the kindness of friends and strangers. I just continue to be blown away. Here are some examples. 8 women came to my house last week while we went to my mother-in-law's for supper. They came in and cleaned our house for 2 hours. They did an amazing job, and it was just so nice to come in and all week we've just been enjoying this clean house. And I only knew 2 of those people, so it's just, the kindness is just so wonderful. I also had a friend, a good old camp friend. I haven't seen her for 20 years. She flew in from Toronto on a Saturday morning, spent 7 hours with me, and then flew back to Toronto. So she came just to see me. I still it just baffles me that she would want to do that for me. But it was a lovely visit, and I guess camp friends can be lifelong friends, and that's pretty cool. There's been a lot of camp people who've been reaching out to me over all this time with cancer and helping me in many ways. Another camp friend came from Moncton this weekend, took me to Halifax, and we stayed in a hotel and went out for dinner and just had a nice chill, girls' night kind of in. But while we were hanging out, she started plotting, trying to figure out how can we get to camp for a weekend. And so she reached out and asked the board members, hey, is this possible? And they gave us a weekend, like a date that this would work. And they're going to waive the rental fee because it's me, which is so kind. And I'm excited about that. I hope it happens. I hope I get there. It'll be really nice. So, yeah, I also want to mention that I have some close friends who do so much for me all the time on a constant basis. Like the other day, on Saturday, I think, my friend messaged and said, okay, so this is the person who's going to take you to the hospital on Tuesday. I didn't figure that out. They figured it out. And there's been there's a number of people who are just constantly doing things for me. And it's beautiful. So, yeah, things haven't always been comfortable, but it's been mostly good. And I've just been enjoying spring. And I hope you are too. We'll talk again soon.